Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now before we get into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications as we look to hit 200 subscribers by the end of the year. So it's been an entertaining weekend up and down Europe with fascinating games taking place. We obviously had El Clasico, we had the big game in Italy between Juventus and AC Milan, and we had action over here in the WSL, and that is where we're going to start this week in the WSL. So on Saturday, Reading took on Chelsea, should I say, and the Royals ran out 1-0 winners thanks to an early 4th minute goal from Diana Cynthia Rose to give Kelly Chambers' side a 1-0 victory. They fought against all the Chelsea attacks for the rest of the game and in the second half. 34 shots to be in fact from Emma Hayes' Chelsea, but it wasn't enough. The Royals and Kelly Chambers' side managed to stick resolute and managed to win the game 1-0. So it's a very fantastic result there for Reading as they see themselves move further up the table and obviously looking towards a good finish towards the end of 2021. Elsewhere in the WSL this past weekend, Manchester United returned to winning ways, beating Brighton and Hove Albion 2-0 with Hayley Ladd and a first goal for Vilda Barisa, giving Mark Skinner side a much needed win after a poor run of form recently for the Red Devils, and that result sees them move up to 5th in the table, level on points with Brighton. Elsewhere, Everton and West Ham played out a 1-1 draw. Manchester City left it late to beat Birmingham City. An 89th minute from Ellen White ensured Gareth Taylor's side left Birmingham with a victory, despite it being 2-2 for practically the whole second half. Tottenham Hotspur beat Aston Villa 2-1 to pile on more pressure on Gemma Davis' side. However, they aren't the worst side in the division, so that's not to worry about. However, the team that are bottom of the table still couldn't find a way to get victory as Arsenal beat Leicester City 4-0. A brace from Frida Marnham in the second half, 2 goals in 2 minutes, ensured that Jonas Eidevall's side bounced back after a disappointing week for them. However, Leicester did play the whole second half with 10 players after Gemma Perfield was sent off just before half time. Right, over in Spain, and it was an El Clasico victory for Barcelona as they beat Real Madrid 3-1 on Sunday, with Lique Martins scoring a brace to make it 13 wins out of 13 for the Blaugrana. Elsewhere in La Liga this past weekend, Athletic Club beat Alaves 4-1. Levante lost 2-1 to Villarreal in probably one of the shocks of the weekend. Madrid CFF beat Valencia 3-1. Real Betis beat Real Vallecano 2-0. Sporting Huelva and Real Sociedad played out a 2-2 draw. Grenadier Tenerife beat Eibar 2-0, and Sevilla managed to hold on for a 0-0 draw with Atletico Madrid. And Atletico played the last few moments with 10 players after Denia Castellanos got sent off in stoppage time. So a reminder, Barcelona top of the division there with an 11-point gap over Real Sociedad. Over in Germany this past week, and it was draws for both of the top sides as Wolfsburg and Bayern Munich were unable to get victories. Wolfsburg drawing on Saturday with Bayer Leverkusen 1-1, so it's a very good result there for Leverkusen, and Bayern Munich were held by Tabina Potsdam. Julia Gwynn scored a 49th minute penalty to cancel out an earlier goal from Selina Serci for Tabina Potsdam. Elsewhere this past weekend in the Bundesliga, Freiburg and Cologne played out a very entertaining 2-2 draw on Friday. Hoffenheim and Sand drew 1-1. Werder Bremen beat Eintracht Frankfurt 1-0, and the big score of this past weekend in Germany saw SGS Essen beat Karl Zeiss Jena 4-0 with Vivian Endman scoring a brace for Essen. So Wolfsburg remain atop of the table over Bayern Munich by 1 point. Over in the Netherlands, again we've had action. 2 games on Friday and 2 games today, or Sunday. Today from the recording. The games on Friday saw Feyenoord beat Zwolle 1-0 and Den Haag beat Excelsior Barendrecht by 4-2. And Heerenveen lost 1-0 to PSV, and in the other game saw Ajax beat VV Alkmaar 4-1. So that sees Ajax atop of the table by goal difference over Feyenoord and a point separating FC20 in third place. Penultimately, in France, Lyon left it late with a victory over Paris FC. Delphine Cascarino and Ada Hegerberg scored both the goals there for Lyon, and however Paris FC had to play with 10 players after Sophie Weiss got sent off. PSG beat Bordeaux 1-0 with Sakina Carucci scoring the only goal in the game there for PSG. A very good victory for them. And then elsewhere, Fleury 91 beat ICFF 1-0. Stade Rennes beat Saint-Etienne by the same scoreline. Montpellier beat Soyo Charente by the same scoreline, and Dijon played a 1-1 draw with Guingamp. So that result leaves Lyon on top of the table for the final time in 2021, as they don't play until January, with a 3-point lead over PSG. And finally, over in Italy this past weekend, we spoke briefly about Juventus playing AC Milan, and Juventus won out 5-2 winners in that game over AC Milan, with Andreas Skova scoring a brace there for Joe Montemuro's side. Elsewhere, Lazio won the Battle of Rome, beating Lazio 3-2, so it's a very good result for them. Inter Milan and Sassuolo played out a 2-2 draw for them. Pomigliano beat Napoli 2-1. Sampdoria beat Hellas Verona by the same scoreline. Empoli and Fiorentina finished 1-1. So that leaves Juventus atop of the table by 8 points over Roma. Right, that is all we've got time for this week. We'll be back next week to round up all the Champions League action, the final match day, and look forward to some of the final matches in 2021. Until next time, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.